Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome back to Real Talk Recovery, where we talk about recovery from addiction and I share my life with you. My name is Nicole and I'm a person in recovery. My sobriety date is July 13th of 2015. Do not clown me. I'm in the same shirt from yesterday because motherfuckers, I ain't done shit. But that's okay because sometimes you deserve to just be chilling and not doing stuff. And the kind of work I do, it might not be physical labor, honey, but it takes a lot of my mind because I'm constantly talking to people that are early in recovery, trying to help them stay sober 24/7. I at least got 2 people in crisis, I'm telling y'all right now. Okay, so my phone never stops ringing. And so a recovering addict's work in helping others, it never stops. It never ever stops. Hey Josh, I have a couple of friends that do ketamine infusions, and I have Dr. B saw this guy like a couple of months ago, super sweet guy, and we ended up becoming friends, me and the guy, and he ended up getting ketamine infusions done. And what he told me is that after he got the infusions, they stopped working after a while. So I don't know if it does that for everybody or what, but that was his experience. Sorry, I'm trying to get this thing to stay up. Okay. Okay, let me see. So, we're just gonna leave it like, come on now, stupid thing. But I support it. I support whatever you gotta do to get out of your depression, honey. Okay, because depression sucks. There we go. Yeah, depression sucks. So whatever you gotta do to get out of that depression, honey, I support that shit, okay? I support it. So like I was saying, my name is Nicole and I'm in recovery, a person in recovery. My sobriety date is July 13th, 2015. And tonight we're gonna have a special guest speaker. His name is Dillon and he is gonna come share his story. He's live right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and send him an invite and get him over here, okay? So let me go ahead and get this all straightened out. Boom chakalaka. Hey Dillon.
Hey, hi.
Can you hear me good?
Yes, I can.
Okay, good. So I'm really excited to have you on to share your story. I'm so glad that I got unbanned. I was so mad that I got banned this morning, but then they unbanned me, so it's all good. So, okay, first of all, tell me why you're in a truck.
Um, my fiance, which is him, he drives a truck.
Okay.
Yeah, and we're on the road right now, so that's like,
Is that like a whole bedroom back there?
yes. You would see. Oh,
That is. Oh my God. Hi, baby. Hi. Oh, I love you. Oh my gosh, that is so cool. Okay.
yeah.
I'll I'll stop asking all the questions. Now, what I want you to do is share with everybody what your name is, how long you've been sober, and what your drug of choice was. And then after you get done doing that, just share with us a little bit of what it was like when you were growing up and then how you got into your addiction.
Okay. So I'm Dillon, obviously, and and I have 3 years and 9 months clean.
That's amazing.
And my drug of choice was meth. And I come from a very dysfunctional family, and I still don't talk to them. It's probably never going to happen. But anyway, my my mom and dad both was addict and alcoholics.
Mm-hmm.
So so I so I had a lot of trauma as a kid and moving around a lot and a lot of neglect, abandonment, and a lot of and I experienced a lot of abuse and and I was also bullied when I was in school because of the way I talk. And I mean, I had friends, but I was also bullied by a lot of people. And
Is it because
yeah,
you talk? Is it because you're hearing impaired? Can you not? Is that what it is?
no, well, kinda not. It. I have central auditory processing disorder. I don't know if you
Okay.
know what that is. You do?
I have a
Okay.
nephew. My nephew has Asperger's, and it came with some sensory issues. So
Yes.
I know about the sensory issues. Because my mom used to teach. She worked with kids that had developmental issues when we were little, and so my mom. I was around that a lot. But go ahead and tell us a little bit about it so the people that are watching will know.
Okay. About what?
Tell us
Oh,
about good.
okay. My it's really hard to explain, but I'll try my best. It's I mean, my hearing, I have perfect hearing. I can hear it fine. But the the way my brain um teens information is different from other people. Like my my processing brain takes in information differently than other people. If that makes sense.
I
Does that
understand.
make sense?
Yeah, it does understand.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
so is the information's coming in and it's getting jumbled around and processed differently than like when the information comes into me, it comes in and it goes out smooth. But with yours, it has to take like, does it like take, you know what I'm saying? Like it goes around and up and down and then comes out.
Yes, exactly. Yes. That's it.
Okay,
Yeah.
I understand.
I think it okay. You did it better than I did.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Okay.
So you're growing up, your mom is struggling, you have a lot of neglect, a lot of abandonment. Can you remember anything in particular that really impacted your life as a young boy that you carried into your adulthood with you?
Um. Yes. I think we. I guess I moved around a lot. My mom moved me. Like my dad, when I was about 4, 5, something like that. My dad um left. Well, yeah, my dad left. Wait, actually, I don't know if my dad left or if my mom took me away from him. Like I'm not exactly sure about that, but I just know that my dad was in my life until I was about 4, and and so and then he didn't come back into my life until I was about 13 years old. So I kind of, for most of my childhood, I grew up without a father. So I was raised by my mom, and and when and my mom was with this guy. My mom was married to this other dude, and it was a very toxic environment because the guy that my mom was with, he was a really bad alcoholic, and even worse, he was a narcissist, a true narcissist. So I kind of grew up in a toxic and narcissistic home, and I I saw him hit my mom and slap my mom around and yell at my mom and call her names and just there was just a lot of abuse that went wrong that was due to drinking.
Yeah.
And I think I think that had a lot of effect on me, like mentally and emotionally, because it's that's hard for any kid to like have to see.
Damn. See, when I hear you talk about that, it makes me so sad because I grew up and my mom and dad, they never abused each other and they never abused me. And then, I have my little boy now and I love him so much and I struggle to even discipline him. And so I can't even imagine what it would be like growing up with that, like no stability, basically just having like some guy come into your life. He's not your dad. He's crazy, basically. He's an alcoholic. That's how did you do in school? Were you making good grades? Were you failing? Tell me about school.
Uh, Honestly, I fucking hated school.
Me
Excuse my
too.
language, but I
Me too.
hated school. Like I would say very like school was very hard and challenging for me because of my disorder. So I just had to work like harder than other kids. And it was just like when I think the thing that was the hardest was processing information and what remember what I was supposed to be learning. And so because of that, school was just very hard for me.
How did it go with people? Did you have a bunch of friends or did people bully you really bad?
Um, I did I did have friends, and then I also got bullied really bad too by other people for I'm not really sure why, because I've always been the type that I've always been like kind to people.
Yeah.
But but there was a lot of people that made fun of me, and people who would like just serve me for no reason, and mock me because of the way that I talked. And I think that was also something else that I carried with me into my childhood, because that was just it caused a lot of low self-esteem and insecurity, and I I just turned into a depressed uh, kid because I wanted to because I couldn't understand why I was being made fun of the way I
Yeah.
was.
So how did you get into using methamphetamine? Take us on, I want you to take us on the tour. I want you to tell us from the first time you tried it, who were you with? What were you doing? What was it like? How did you know you liked it? And then how you knew you were addicted.
Okay, um, so I was actually 20 years old. It was like at the beginning of being 20 that I had caught on it, and I was I had this friend. I consider her my best friend at the time. I grew up with her and I knew her since I was. Uh, wait, do you want to know what I did before myth?
Yes.
Okay, let me go back.
Go back
um,
and then take us through there. Thank you.
okay, I don't remember about that. Okay, so I started drinking alcohol. That was the first thing that I started, and my first my first time tasting alcohol, I was in about um sixth grade, but I didn't drink much. No, like that was just
Just
yeah,
taste it.
that yeah,
Just
just tasted it. But the first time I actually really drink alcohol, like drink it, I got drunk. It was my freshman year of high school, and it was with my older brother, CJ, which is my dad's son, but not my mom's. He's my half brother. Uh, so and then but I still didn't drink much like after that. And then when I was 17, I started drinking like a little more with friends, but and then like slowly I started like partying, I started partying mainly because I just wanted to fit in. I felt included, and that was the main thing. I wanted to feel included, so I would like go to parties and drink beers and take shots, but it's weird. I I would exactly like call myself a alcoholic too, honestly, because it's not something that ever became a habit to me. No, like I've never turned into a everyday drinker like I had to have it, but
Right.
it was mainly just something that I did for a while just to feel included, so it was that type of thing, if that makes sense.
It makes total sense.
Uh,
I totally understand. Because when I was a
okay.
kid, when I was in high school, I started smoking and drinking, and it was because, just like you, I had low self esteem. I felt like I wasn't good enough. And then when I started smoking and drinking, it was like I had all these friends, all these people that wanted to party with me, and it made me feel like confident. Like it made me feel like I fit in. So I totally understand.
Okay. Now, and well, anyway, oh, but I'm not gonna lie. I do remember when I was 18, I got a ticket. Uh, and okay, I was okay when I was 18. I went to this house party. That Yeah, I went to this house party, and everyone was drinking, everyone was getting drunk, and I was one of them, of course. And 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 all I hear is someone shouting cops, and so everyone like everyone like ran, and everyone ran out of the house, and everyone got in. Some people got in one car, and other people got in this pickup, and everyone, and I was trying to figure out what to do. I didn't even know what to do, uh, like no one. Well, anyways, and I just jumped in the back of because there was no room for me, so I just hopped in the back of this dude's pickup and laid down, and then and then I just hear, and then the next thing I knew is that they turned like I guess they turned off the pickup, and everything was silent, and I was just I was laying down in the back of the pickup trying to figure out what to do, like I didn't know what was going on, but
I can
but
see
sorry,
you laying there. I
it's
can see
funny.
you laying there like waiting for something to happen.
It's funny when when you look back, but anyway, um, and then all I hear are all of the doors like shut, I didn't know if people got out and like hot ass or what happened, But anyway, I decided to take a chance because like I wasn't gonna just keep laying there because uh, there was a ticket, no one was taken off or anything. So I decided to take a chance, um, and got up, and the I guess the cops was at the front door of the house, but they wasn't like they they wasn't like facing my way, if that
Uh-huh.
makes sense, And so before they were able to see me, because I'm assuming like I guess if you one had got out of the truck and like ran somewhere, I'm assuming, But anyway, when I stood up, before the cops had the chance to see me, I jumped out of the back of the pickup, and I ran as fast as I could down the street, and got as far as I could, and then I caught up, and I ended up seeing and catching up with this one dude that was also there, So So I got stuck by him. So that I could just, I guess, be with someone. Yeah.
Did you get away or did the cops catch you?
Um. I I'm kidding. The
Okay.
okay. Uh, okay. uh, okay. What? Well, anyway. So, so me and that dude that I had caught up with, um, we um, we kept seeing the uh cop cars and hearing the sirens and stuff, and we was by the junior high stadium. So we went and hit the uh for a little while until we like didn't until they went away. And so and at the like when we was heading at the stadium, I puked like all over the place because I guess because I was like drunk and intoxicated, and I was also running, and that's not very good. But
Right.
anyway, so
Yeah.
I was so for a while I was like throwing up, and then uh, and then finally I stopped throwing up, uh, and I remember drinking quite a bit that night too. So, well, anyway, okay. Eventually, me and that dude like took off. I started walking again, and so we was back on the street walking, and uh, and then uh this cop put up behind us and asked us questions, like what we was doing, um and if what me they mostly asked us if we was at that party, and we were both like no, no, we don't know anything about no party, we're just walking. Like,
Yeah.
stupid answers, but anyway, uh and it was dumb that we lied because they did one of those breath thingies on us, and it showed that I was intoxicated.
Yep.
So well, anyway, um, they, but I got really lucky because they could have taken me to church, but they didn't. I just got a ticket, but it's about to get kind of funny. Okay, so
Okay.
just hold on. Well, anyway, that cop was cool enough to uh give me and that other dude a ride home. So that would happen. I got a ride home from the cop, and then I guess when that cop dropped me off, he wrote me a ticket. But I honestly don't even remember him writing me a ticket. I don't even remember getting a ticket at all. And but then my mom ended up getting something at the mail. I don't remember exactly what they said, but it was about a ticket,
Yeah.
and as she mentioned it to me, I was like, Dillon, what is this? I was like, what is what? And then I was like, and then he said that, and then she said that I have a ticket, and then I was like, no, I'm pretty sure I would know if I had a ticket. And then it was like, it's right here. And then, and then, I remembered that one night, like when I got stopped, and then
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit, I must have gotten a ticket. Like it got a clicked, but
Yeah.
I didn't even remember it because I was so drunk.
What
So
did your mom say? Was she mad at you? Did you get in trouble?
um, honestly, I didn't get in trouble. To be honest with you, like I
That's
didn't get
good.
disciplined or anything. Uh, like, but yeah. Well, anyway, um, and okay, is that all you want to know, or
Okay,
what?
now I want you to tell us how you got into using methamphetamine. Like,
Uh,
how did you
uh,
go from partying with your friends drinking alcohol to getting on
oh,
meth?
Wait, let me tell you about weed. Because I smoked weed. Wait, yeah, I smoked weed first. uh, it didn't really give me. Weed never got me into trouble. But anyway, when I was 18, yeah, well, actually, when I was 17, 17 was when I first smoked weed, too. And let me tell the first time I had smoked weed, it was horrible. It was bad because I think the people who I smoked it with, like, put K2 in it or something because
Ugh, that's not
uh
good.
and because okay, when my first time smoking weed, I was at a friend's house, and they had a blunt, um well, anyway, I wanted to try it, so I smoked a blunt with them, and at first like I felt fine, and then I started feeling funny, and I just, like, in my head, and in my body, and then I was for and then eventually I felt funny, like something is going on, and then it was for, I think you're just tripping, and then I was for, no, I'm not tripping, something is, I felt, I don't feel right, and
Right.
and then out of nowhere, like my head started spinning, and my body felt weird, and I was tripping. I couldn't stay still. I was like I was literally all over the place, and I couldn't see anything. I couldn't see anyone. And I could barely even hear. And it was like, I don't know if that sounds like it to you or not, but uh,
K2, I have smoked it before, and I've smoked it with a friend, and he lost his mind. He almost bit his
that's my mind.
tongue. He almost bit his tongue in half and swallowed the other half of it almost. It was tragic. We had to call 911. It was so scary. K2 gives you like this really bad paranoia, anxiety, out of body experience, but you're in your
That
body.
was me.
Horrible, horrible feeling.
That was me. Like, I think it was probably kid too. But anyway, but no one called the ambulance. I didn't go to the hospital or anything. I just say that I got really lucky that it didn't end worse.
Yeah.
But anyway, like, it lasted for a while, but eventually, like, it finally, like, went away, and I was back to myself, my normal self, and I was calm, but afterwards I kind of just went to sleep, because I wanted to just forget what had just happened, and then after that, for a while, I did this, like, I didn't smoke it again, like, I I was like, fuck that, uh,
Hell yeah,
huh?
fuck that.
Oh, but yeah, but
If I had
but
that
in it,
experience, I wouldn't want to smoke ever again. I'd be like, fucking
right?
hell no.
but but guess guess what I did when I was 18? I decided to uh try it again. I my mom and a couple of my friends were smoking weed, and then I was for, what, fuck this, I'm gonna give it one more chance. So that's what I did. So I went into the other room where they were smoking weed, and I said, I want some, so I was smoking a blunt with my mom uh and my friends, and it's crazy because I felt really good, like,
Right.
it was nothing like the other time, like, I it made me feel good, and I was calm, and I wasn't tripping or anything, like, I was just laughing constantly. That's what I was doing.
Yeah, me
But
too.
uh,
I think that's what regular marijuana is supposed to feel like relaxing
yes,
and fun, you know? Not like K2. Ugh. K2 is K2 is super dangerous, and they also sell it inside of prisons. So like there's a lot of prisoners inside of the state penitentiary who start smoking K2 and then they start freaking out in the penitentiary, like beating their heads on the walls, all kinds of crazy stuff. K2 is super dangerous, super dangerous.
that what I've heard.
No good. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Okay. But anyway, so for a while, for a while, that what I did was just smoke weed. Um, mostly because it helped with my anxiety and my depression, and it helped with my medical conditions. So for a few years, I would smoke it to treat my health conditions. But I never allowed it to get me into trouble or anything like that. So I never got in trouble with it. Uh, but anyway, and and but it did. I did think out like all of the potted friends I that I had. They were all fake and toxic, and they used me and took advantage of my kindness, and just they just took advantage of me until up to the point when I finally said enough is enough and said stay away from me, you
Yeah.
know. And then when I did that, I like the more I was doing that, the more I was putting my foot down, the more I was ending up really alone, uh but there was this one friend that I uh I did have, which was the one who got me on meth. But hold on, I'll get to that in a minute.
Okay.
Because before I did meth, I did cocaine. Uh, uh, but it never became a habit for me. But I'm gonna tell you about it anyway. But anyway, um, so this friend that like the friend that I just told you about, her name was Ashley. She like she was about like the only one left that I would like chill with. And one day she asked me if I wanted to go to Amarillo with this lady. And I thought, and I was dumb because I didn't even know who that lady even was.
Right.
But I knew Ashley. So I trusted her, since I was with someone that I knew anyway. But anyway, so the she had some kind of accent too. I don't remember what kind it was, but anyway, she came to Amarillo and came to my house, and uh she picked me and Ashley up, and then we rode back to Amarillo with her. I don't know if you know what that's at or not.
Is that in
Uh,
Texas?
yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Amarillo, Texas?
Okay.
Because I'm in
Huh?
Arkansas. Amarillo, Texas, right?
Yes.
Because I'm in
Because
Arkansas, so I'm right above Texas.
okay, I grew up in Hartford, so I grew up behind, right by Amarillo, basically. Uh, but anyway, so yeah, we rode to Amarillo um with whoever she was. I don't remember her name, but anyway, and she had cocaine, um and and her and Ashley, like, I mean, I didn't even know that Ashley even mess with that stuff. Like, I don't even know when she started, but I guess she was. But anyway, there was nothing. They put out cocaine and they snorted it, and then there was what, you want some? I think I was what, no, I'm good. I think it was what, come on, try some. I think I was what, okay, fuck it. So so I gave in, and
Fuck it, I'll do it.
yeah. Anyway, so I was noting, so I was there like, I don't even know. I did like too many lines for my first time, but anyway, I snorted a lot of lines with them, a lot of bigger lines, and I was pretty lit, but it didn't really last for that long, so yeah, it was
No.
weird.
It's
It's
meth.
nothing like meth.
Meth is
Yeah.
like you're on it for like 3 days.
Exactly. But anyway, so I got introduced to coke that night, and then there was a few other times that I did do coke, but it's weird. I never got it never became a habit for me. Like, coke never became a habit. Like, I never just, for some reason, I never became a slave or anything. Like,
Right.
I was able to do it one day and then not
Totally
the
stop.
next. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't care. But okay, now to myth. Sorry.
You're okay. I'm glad you told us all the things that led up to it, because
Okay.
drinking, smoking, cocaine, that was all getting you ready for this point in your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's building up to it. So go ahead.
Okay. Anyway, so I was about 20 when I got on meth, and I got on it with, it was that girl that I just told you about, Ashley, that got me on it. And wait, let me get the drink of water.
We all
My
had that
mouth is,
friend that was, I had that one friend that I used drugs with, that she kind of like, it wasn't her fault that I started doing it, but she was the person that she introduced me to it. You know what I mean?
yes. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Oh, well, anyway, so the crazy thing is that I knew her since the second grade. That's how long we known each other, and I had no idea that she had got on that, like, I was clueless until one day she came to my house, and she just out of nowhere, she pulls out a meth pipe and some dope, and I was what the fuck are you doing with that? Like, why do you have that? Like, I was what I was I was like tripping on her, because
Yeah.
I didn't even know, like, I did like I didn't even know when she had got on it, like, I didn't know if she was like a newbie or what was going on, like, I was clueless. And then she was what, you want some? And then I was what, no. And then she was what, you sure? And then I was what, why would you even ask me that? And why is that even in my house? Yeah. And then like, she just said, if you think I said, and she put it up to her mouth, lit it, and then I was just and it's crazy because around that time I was already going through a really hard time in life, and I was already in a really lonely place, and I felt neglected in a lot of ways, and I just felt really alone, and so I was kind of in that mindset already when I was like you know what, fuck it. Why not? My life is already like messed up, you know. So 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 I was already to the point where I didn't really like care about much anymore, you know, because of my low self-esteem. So I got to just hit fuck it, and I decided to hit it, you know. So I smoked that with I took a few hits, uh and oh my god, I remember how high I was, like it was just yesterday. Like I was tweaking all over the the place, and I was and I was just
Sorry.
up doing all kind of stuff. I couldn't sit down. I was like a horse or something, you know, just all over the place and cleaning, and I couldn't figure out why I couldn't sit down. like
Right.
I just I like, no matter how hard I tried, I could not sit down. I could not get still. I just kept, you know, moving around. Um. In, anyway. Um. Anyway. So yeah, that happened, and but I didn't like. It didn't become a constant thing right away. It slowly progressed, you know,
Yep.
like slowly. So at first I was just I I just did it a few once in a while, you know, not really that uh much. And then eventually it progressed, you know, and it became a habit, and I became a slave to it, and then there I was fucked. but anyway, um so when I had started, you know, when I got hooked on it, I ended up getting all of these other method friends, you know, or tweakers, or whatever you want to call them. I know there's so many different names. but
Yeah, I
anyway.
know what you mean though, because whenever you start doing meth, it's not like when you do cocaine. It's not like whenever you're doing. It is a different kind of people. Those kind of people that do methamphetamine, it's just like tweakers, tweakers.
Yes, yes. Exactly. But anyway, so I wait. Okay, so I had this little house of my own, right? And all of these tweakers would come to my house, and you know, get high or whatever. More than anything, they got to like uh took advantage of me, to be honest with you. But I got allowed it. I got allowed it because I wanted to get high, you know. So yeah, that's how it works,
Oh,
I guess. But
yeah.
yeah, and then well, anyway, they are like all of them turned out to be fucked up people, and I remember I remember like I remember after a while of hanging around those people, I remember thinking to myself, who are these people? Where's the brain, and what am I doing in this circle? You know, that what
Yeah.
I would think to myself, and like, because I felt like I wasn't supposed to be with those people, because I felt different than them all. You know, but well, anyway, um, eventually I stopped hanging out with uh those people, you know, because I eventually I decided that I didn't like any of them, and I don't want them anywhere around me. But then um I started hanging around all of these other chicos, like a whole different group of people.
Yeah. There's all kinds of different groups. And you know what else I've noticed? In the gay community, a lot of gay men love methamphetamine. And I had
Yeah.
so many guy friends that I was friends with that they were gay guys and they used methamphetamine as like a way to pick up other guys. You know what I mean? And it's because it does increase your performance when you're getting it on. And so a lot of guys I knew would get high and then go out and get dates. You know what I'm saying? There was that group, and then I had like a group of girls that I always hung out with, and we would like go to different stores and like shoplift stuff. It was so crazy. It was that. I was crazy. Methamphetamine will make you do some things that you normally wouldn't do. You know what I mean?
Yes, it would. Yeah, it would. Yeah.
So tell me about this. So you start hanging out with this different group of people, and what happens with these people?
This but this but they turned out to be really shady too. I mean I like it was nothing like he was talking about like a group of other gay guys exactly. But I mean, don't get me wrong, I've smoked with some gay guys, but I mean they were just new people, you know, and the other group of chicos that I hung out with, they wasn't in the picture anymore. But this new group of chicos like was in the picture, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But so I mean, yeah. Well, anyway, it's weird. Well, anyway, they are they like. I mean, they seemed cool at first, and then I was like, oh, I think I may like these people, you know. And then and I I I probably said that because just to get high or something. I don't, you know. But probably. But anyway, but they all turned out to be really shady too, and I started getting stolen from. They started stealing from me, you know, and like I kept finding stuff coming up missing, you know, and that they were all like they were just really shady people, you know, and which I noticed, you know, like I've always been pretty good about observing, you know, so I'm able to like see people for who they are, you know, and so and I started seeing that, and then I would, and I told I remember telling myself that I don't want them anywhere around me. I don't want to be around them. I don't care for these people, you know. But if you thought I told myself that, I still hung around them because I wanted to get high. And it, anyway, but then eventually, if and then eventually, I started smoking meth with my mom because she did it too. You know, and so I started smoking dope with my mom and some of her friends, you know, and so which I know isn't good, but it happened. I wish I could, like, to this day I wish I could go back and change that, you know, but I know I can't. But anyway, so for a while, like I was smoking a lot of dope with my mom, with her friends, you know, and but it took a while for me to get in trouble with it, you know, like I get to that part in a minute, but anyway, so for about a year, I was getting high, you know, smoking dope, staying up for days, with my mom, and slowly shit started getting a little crazy, for many different various reasons, but anyway, so I was on it for about a year, that time, and then it was in, what year was that? Year 2016. I think year 2016. Uh, wait, hold on. No, year 2000. I think it was year. I'm just gonna say it was 2016. Well, anyway, uh, anyway, we got the news that my uncle died in Amarillo with a needle in his arm.
Man.
And so, and we was just smoking dope after, shortly after that, but after that, my mom and I both agreed and decided to make a change and do something different before that ended up being us or something,
Yeah.
And so we tried it didn't work out, but we tried to do something different, and we went uh wait, hold on, wait, let me go a little back, wait, okay, about a week after my uncle died with a needle in his arm, I also got the news that this girl that I knew since I was 13, she was only like a year younger than me, I got the news that she shot herself in the head. She also lived in Amarillo, and she did have an addiction to a really bad addiction. And then it was shortly after that my mom and I made the decision to do something different. Anyway, my mom and I went all the way to Commerce, Texas, and I mean that is exactly the town. It's actually it's a town outside of Commerce, but I can remember the name, so I'm just gonna say Commerce. But anyway, we went there and we went to my uncle's funeral, and we even packed all of our shit and everything because we didn't plan on going back to Hereford. We planned on staying, and that's where all of our family are at. And we was trying to reunite with them. And we was even really excited about it because we wanted to try to reunite with them. And be a part of their lives, and be a part of my brother's lives, my mom's sister's lives, and we wanted to make it work with them, and we were staying for a while. We were staying with my mom's sister. We were staying in her house, and she said she agreed to help us and stuff, and she acted like she was glad to have us there and blah blah and stuff like that. But then out of nowhere she started switching up on us and acting really weird, and was treating us like a burden, and she started saying that she doesn't want us to, and it was very random, and it's scary when something like that is just random,
Yeah.
But anyway, but welcome to my Christian's family. But anyway, but anyway, so we decided to go back to Hereford,
Mm-hmm.
and then about like about a week about a week later of being I had got back on meth, so I was back to smoking meth, getting high, and so was my mom, and and then at that time shit just got crazier. Uh, uh, I'm getting to it, but anyway, um, my that time like I get that time going around. I mean, it did happen right away when I got back on it, but later, later on when I got farther, um, like it was just it was just a really bad experience because I would hear these weird thoughts in my head, inside my head, uh, and I truly believed that it was people saying shit, like, but I mean, it wasn't just physics talking, but it's more, it was more of yelling voices, like
Mhm.
something yelling, and um and I remember saying something to my mom, and I'd be like, I'd be like, what are you doing? Are you arguing or something? Because because we stayed with my mom's friend. We did have a house of our own, so we were staying with someone, and they argued a lot. Like it was very toxic. Well, anyway, and and I remember I would always think they was in some other room, like arguing or something, and I was in one room and by myself, with uh the shirt, and I just kept hearing the yelling voices, which was like really scary, and and my mom would tell me that I was tripping, and that she thinks I need to get some hope. I think that was what I don't need to get some hope. Like I'm hearing shit. No big like it felt like extremely weird
That's
to
because
me,
you need to go to
Uh,
sleep.
uh, probably,
That's why.
but probably, but then, but anyway, and then because of that, I decided to try to do something like I decided to try to get off of it again and do something different, because those phrases was just freaking me out,
Yeah.
So, but my mom just kept on smoking it. She didn't try to get clean or anything, But I tried anyway, and I got out of that house, because that was like it was known as a I'm not gonna say the name, but it was known as a dope house,
Yeah.
So there was always people coming in and out, and people always like smoking dope and stuff like that, So I had to get out of the house, and I have this friend that I knew, like I mean, she's still my best friend today. I've known her since the third grade, and she never messed with drugs or anything, but I I talked to her, and she said that I can stay with her,
Yeah.
uh, to get right and help myself. So that's what I did. I got out of that house that I was in, and I moved in um with my best friend, who never touched drugs or anything. All she did really was drink, which never really became a problem for me. But anyway, so for a month I was staying there, and I was doing good. I mean, I was staying away from all of those people, like from everyone who did drugs. Like I didn't even go out or anything, you know.
Yeah.
All I really did was hang out with her and the people that she brought around, you know, and there wasn't, which wasn't, they weren't bad people, you know. Uh, but anyway, then this one day, um, you know, this friend, this really good friend that she had, you know, and I guess he had become my friend, too. I I began going to this dude's house, this dude's apartment with him, you know, and they and they always smoked weed, you know. So that what I would do, that I would do was smoke weed with them and just, you know, get stoned. and and then this one day, when I was over the some dude, some tatted up dude with a gun over there, you know, and 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 he pulls out a damn meth pipe and uh and a bag and I was like, oh fuck me. I
Right.
I I, did, I wasn't searching for it or anything. It just like peeped into my life, I guess. I don't know. Well anyway, uh so though I was back on dope um and yeah, I was back on dope and then and oh yeah, and I felt really bad because to I had food stamps at the time, you know, and I was supposed to uh use them to help my best friend out with food, you know, since I had no income or anything, you know, as and I remember that day, you know, after I smoked a few bowls with those people, uh I wanted more, you know, I wanted to get more because I could never get enough. but
Yeah.
in, but anyway, uh, anyway, so I decided to sell my food stamps. I mean, trade my food stamps for dope, you know. Uh, and uh, and I was so that what I did, and for right for a couple of few days, for like a couple of days, I did a shop at my friend's house, you know where I was staying, you know, and then eventually I decided to be like fuck it and go and like show up, you know, because I was feeling guilty, you know, and so I went to a house, you know, and I mean I didn't even have to say that I didn't even have to say anything about my relapse or about me being high. She already knew as soon as I uh went to her house, you know, and I got she was mad. I mean she didn't say it or anything, but she wasn't saying it properly, but I could tell she was mad by her attitude and the way she was acting towards me, you know,
Yeah.
and and well anyway um I decided to be honest with her, you know, which is crazy because most people aren't like most people would just like would
Right.
even be honest like that on dope, you know, but I decided to be honest, you know, because I was feeling guilty, you know, and I told her that I relapsed and I um I smoked dope and um and that what I've been doing uh and then she said something about my food stamps. I don't remember what. And then I was and then that's when I told her that I sold my food stamps for dope. Uh and then but I didn't sell all of them, so that was a good thing. You know, like, and I told her that I left some that she can use whatever I had left on the card. You know,
Yeah.
so she did, and but I had to get out of the house, of course, you know. So I packed up all of my stuff, you know, and I was back where I was my with my mom, you know, friend's house, you know, and just, you know, back at it again. And wait, let me not this secret because I've just been holding it.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
It makes me sad that your mom. It makes me sad that you lived like that. That your mom was using meth with you. Like that makes me sad. It really does. Because
I
your
know.
mom should have been a mom. You know, you didn't even have a chance since you were a kid. Honestly, you were born into it.
Yeah, I was. but anyway, so yeah, I was back where I was, and it was the dope began. It started fucking up mine and my mom's relationship. You know, it was because it was like separating us. You know, and it was causing us to fight all the time, yell at each other, and just there's constant arguing. You know, so due to both of our meth addiction, it was just um messing up our relationship, you know. And shit, let me blink. Hold on. Okay, so yeah, so it messed up our relationship, and I started putting up Ingo, you know. I was like, I slowly started getting angry, you know. I was angry at the world. I was angry at my mom. I was angry at this person, and then eventually I started becoming angry with myself, you know, which really isn't even a good place to be. But anyway, and I started blaming my mom for a lot of stuff, you know, because I grew up because of the life that I grew up into, you know, and and me being robbed from my childhood. Oh shit! There's something I forgot to mention in my childhood, but I'll finish with saying what I'm saying, and then I can go back. Okay, but anyway, um, anyway, what was that?
You were telling me that you got you're okay. You got
Huh?
robbed of your childhood, and it was totally fucking up you
Oh,
and your mom's relationship. The dope was.
okay, that's fine. Sorry. Oh, I get too carried away, and then it makes me forget what I'm saying.
Yeah.
uh, but and and she did end up getting really sick. By the way, and she actually passed away a little like about 3 months ago from cirrhosis. Uh, with big which and I don't think that would it was because of the dope, but I think it was more about alcohol because
Oh,
there was a time when she was a really bad drinker, and I forgot to mention that too. But anyway, um, and I kind of felt bad and guilty sometimes, if once in a while, because there was a lot of stuff that I had said to her out of anger, you know, because of how angry I was, you know, and I said I remember saying stuff to her in my addiction that I wish that I I would take back if I could, you know, but
yeah.
I can't, so I just gotta have to accept it as it is, you know. Uh, so, but anyway, we was able to make amends to each other before she passed away, which I'm very grateful for.
Yeah.
She apologized to me for a lot of stuff, and for like for the way my life turned out, and stuff like that, and just for a lot of things. And then I made amends to her too, and I remember before she passed away, she ended up in a coma, in a coma on a ventilator and stuff like that, because it got to that point. Uh, and I remember about a few days before that happened, she sent me a message and told me, she said thank you for keeping her, from for her part in my pain. And I I have that message saved on my phone. Uh, and I think she knew her time was coming because of what she said in the message. Like, she said something about Jesus, and she said, uh, and she told me that that no matter what, don't let anyone rob me of my happiness, uh, and she said something about when it's her time, but I didn't. It did like what she said. It didn't really click to me right away, until after she ended up in a coma, and I was kind of like, shit. I think she knew it was going to happen. So yeah, and my dad is in recovery. He has been for years, like for a lot of years now. I don't remember for how long, but mine and his relationship is still kind of weird. But it's not like how it used to be, because we used to bump it a lot. But we still have a weird relationship, and I gotta keep my distance from him, because he's he's very self-absorbed. He doesn't care about anything really unless it has to do with him. So
Yeah.
so that's my situation with my dad. Like, if like I can see, he probably doesn't see that as a shortcoming. I don't think, but it is what it is. But
How did you get sober? Did you just quit?
I oh shit, I skipped the part. Sorry. Oh, my mind likes to go fast sometimes. Okay, I guess okay. Let me go a little back. Oh shit, I skipped a lot. Okay, let me go back. I'm so sorry.
Well,
Okay.
tell me how you got sober, because I have to get off and get my little boy to sleep.
Okay.
It's almost 9 o'clock. So this is what I want you to do. Tell us how you
Okay.
got sober. Tell us how you got
Okay.
sober, and then I want you to share something with the audience. That if there's somebody in the audience that's struggling with addiction, what would you say to them? So tell us how you got sober, and then give the audience some feedback on how they can change their lives.
Okay, good idea. Okay. So this is how I got sober. My like okay, before a little before I made it to a sober live. Well, first I went to Amarillo, and then I went to Lubbock to go to sober living, and then that's how I did it. And ever since then, I've been clean, and I actually met Jason first in recovery. So there's a lot of stuff that led me to Jason. So yeah.
That's good. So you okay? So you don't live in sober living anymore. You're out of there now.
Yeah, I got to read it
And
from the yeah.
and you've been sober for 2 years.
Uh, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 years and 9 months.
Okay, almost 3 years. Damn, that's
Yeah.
great. And see, here's the thing, Dylan. You're so young, okay? Like, I didn't get sober until I was almost 40 years old. So, like, are changing your life. You've gotten sober early. You have your whole life ahead of you. When you have kids, if you decide to do that or whatever, your children will never have to go through what you went through. You know what I mean? Because you're
Yes.
sober and you're living your life right. Now, tell me this.
Exactly.
If you could say one thing to somebody that is in the audience that is struggling, what would it be?
Uh, I would probably say that you have to take action, and take take your power back, take control, take accountability, uh and get into sober living if it's addiction that they're struggling with, and to stay in sober living until they are for sure ready to be out on their own. I guess that would I would
Stay involved.
and stay involved. Yeah, I always stay involved with the program, and yeah,
You did
because
good. Listen to me. I need to have you, I'll text you after this. I'm going to upload this video to YouTube. I'm going to upload this video on my YouTube channel. After my YouTube channel sees it, then I'll have you on and we can go more in depth, okay? So you can tell
okay.
some of the stuff that you left out. But I want you to know that I'm so fucking proud of you, dude. Like, you're doing amazing. And your dog, I keep seeing him back there. He's so fucking cute. I want that dog. But seriously, thank you so much for coming on here and sharing your story and being honest and open. And it helps so many people. And your story is going to inspire others to get sober and change their life. So thank you so much. And I'm going to end this live and I'll text you and we'll set a date for next week so you can come on my YouTube channel, okay?
Okay, cool. Okay.
All right. Love you guys.
Okay.
Bye, y'all.
Thank you for this.
You're welcome, honey. Anytime.
Okay.
Anytime. You guys, Dillon did really, really good. I'm super proud of him. I almost feel like a mom, you guys on here, because y'all are so young. I wish I could have gotten sober when I was 25. I really, really do. It also makes me so sad to hear about you guys having your parents and that you were using drugs with your parents. It makes me upset to hear that so many of you guys have come on here and shared that. And it makes me so upset because I think to myself, what was my excuse? I had parents. My mom and dad never drank or used drugs a day in their life. And then I hear you guys coming on here and you tell your stories about your moms and dads not even taking care of you. And it really makes me sad. It makes me so upset. So, anyways, I'm not going to cry. I love you guys. I'm going to upload Dillon's interview to my YouTube channel. And I will be back tomorrow. I'm going to get Nate to bed. I know y'all seeing him pop his little head in here. I just want you guys to know how much I appreciate you guys for coming on and sharing your stories. And anybody else that wants to share their story is more than welcome to. Just send me a message and I'll get you guys scheduled, okay? All right. Love you guys.